This video was brought to you in part by the supporters of the AMTV Patreon. Thank you. Hi there guys, it's Martyn here, and we're here today to talk about a subject I haven't delved into for quite a while actually, and that is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The quiz show is still going strong since its revival in 2018. There are still new episodes coming out here in 2022. I believe a new series is on the horizon, and I'm still a Millionaire fan, don't get me wrong, I still tune in every now and then, but maybe not as eager as I used to be. However, what did catch my attention was earlier, ITV announced a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire spin-off, Fastest Finger First, which is coming from Sony's Stellify Media, who of course are producing the revival of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And early indications, just from like the one picture we've got, they'll probably use the same set, it makes sense, but it will obviously be focused on the opening round of the regular game, which is Fastest Finger First. Now, Millionaire is no stranger to spin-offs. There have been many in the past in many different countries. One of the most notable ones that springs to my mind is the Hot Seat variant, which got really popular in Australia. In fact, I think that ended up eclipsing the main show for several years. But what do we know about this one? Well, I'm on the Variety website, and this is what their article is saying. The show will expand on the first round of Millionaire, where contestants have to put their answers to a multiple-choice question in a specific order. 5 contestants will play against each other to take it in turns to work their way up the question ladder. The 2 players with the biggest score at the end of the round go head-to-head in a Fastest Finger First duel. The winner will be fast-tracked to sit in the Millionaire hot seat in front of Jeremy Clarkson by passing the usual Fastest Finger First round that opens the show. So this is quite an interesting concept, obviously placing more elements on speed in order to work out the questions and putting them in a specific order. Some people have already said this will be like a carbon copy of Hot Seat. I don't necessarily think that's going to be the case. I think Hot Seat, you just had to answer the question first, then get in the chair itself. And I mean, this is only early details we're getting at the minute, but there is a question ladder implying a prize. Maybe the prize is still £1 million, who knows? Or maybe it's smaller, because the catch here is the prize, the ultimate prize, the winner, is to fast track to sit in the Millionaire hot seat in front of Jeremy Clarkson. So if there is a monetary prize, I would be very doubtful if that was also £1 million. Maybe it's something lower, maybe it's $250,000, maybe it's 100,000, maybe it's less than that. We don't really know at this stage in time. Continuing on, it says this new spin-off will lead straight into the new series of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It was designed by the joint MDs for Stellify, which is Matthew Worthy and Kirstin Dougherty. And apparently it was born out of the fact that thousands of people apply to be on the show each year, but there was never an opportunity to guarantee a contestant a place in the Millionaire hot seat opposite Clarkson. And I mean, yeah, that is true. Thousands apply and there's several rounds you've got to go through. So if a spin-off grants more people the opportunity to even get the chance to end up in the main game, I think that's only a good thing. The format will be presented by broadcaster Anita Rani, known as a lead presenter on BBC One's Country File and host of BBC Radio 4 Women's Hour. Now, I'm not really a Country File guy. I catch a bit of it usually when I'm waiting for Doctor Who to come on, but I do like Anita. Her personality is quite warm. She's very friendly, very good to watch as a presenter. So I think that'll work just fine. A lot of people are saying, why isn't Jeremy doing this himself? I mean, Jeremy Clarkson, love him or hate him, is a very busy guy. He's got his various Amazon shows, various other projects, and I think part of why Millionaire is only on a few times a year, it wouldn't be surprising if that was partly down to his schedule and how busy he is. So I'm not really bothered that Jeremy's not doing this one. I think it'll be good to have Anita doing it. You don't necessarily need someone who's like a tough personality for a quiz show like this. Again, the main game can be full of tension. This is more about speed. This will be more tense in terms of the speed, and Anita will be a good fit for that. Rani herself said, "I've always loved Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and was thrilled to be invited to host the spin-off. I'm a huge fan of quiz shows and there's no doubt that Jeremy is a formidable host. I'm just relieved that in Fastest Finger First there isn't around for contestants to ask my answers to the questions." So just a little bit more about this new spin-off then. Dougherty from Stellify Media said, "The premise of Fastest Finger First might be simple, but in no way is it easy to do. As with Millionaire, Fastest Finger First holds the same excitement and tension, knowing when to use your question's safety net and when to risk it all to push on. It creates really compelling viewing." So it implies safety nets will be a feature, as they are in the main game. One thing we don't know as of yet is whether lifelines are going to be part of the main game. So there might not be a phone a friend, ask the audience. We don't really know at this point, but I mean, this does create some excitement for me. As I said, I don't dive into Millionaire perhaps as much as I used to do, but the idea of a new spin-off does gauge my interest, and I probably will check that out whenever it airs. At the minute anyway, at least according to this article, we don't know when it's coming out, although a new series of Millionaire I think isn't too far away, so it must be pretty soon. I mean, these things will be pretty straightforward for the company to record and get edited and ready for ITV to broadcast. So I'm curious to check this out, see how Anita does as a host, see how the format works, see if it is exciting as the main game or it might fall flat on its face. In terms of do we need this spin-off? I mean, I think a spin-off for Millionaire at this stage, as I said, it's 4 years back into its revival. I think it's only a healthy idea to try new things. It might not work. It might go for one series, the reaction might not be good, and it might get axed, but I am glad Millionaire is trying some new things, because if that was one thing the original run of the show didn't really do here in the UK, it very much stuck to its formula for a lot of the time, with very minimal changes across long periods of time, and no spin-offs back then. So I'm actually quite excited for this. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Are you excited for Fastest Finger First? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? Do you think it's going to stand up to the main game itself? Let me know in those comments. Also, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. As I said, I haven't talked about Millionaire in a while, but this might renew my interest, and who knows, there might be some more Millionaire content coming to the channel. Subscribe, by the way, if you're brand new. We'd love to have you aboard. I've been Adam Martyn from AMTV. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Well, that does bring us to the end of another day here on AMTV. We do hope you enjoyed the programme, and a special thank you to our patrons for helping to support the show, and to everyone who's tuned in. Until the next broadcast, we wish you a good night.